That button? Yes. Hello, everyone! How are you? Let me turn this down just a teeny tiny bit. Cause you're a little loud for me. Yes, there we go. Welcome to Frankly I Don't Give a Fork. Hello, just tea for me. How are you? I'm excited for this. I'm terrified. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, she's Space Gaze, non-binary bird. Welcome. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get really weird. I'm so not prepared for this. Alright, here we go. We here at Frankly I Don't Give a Fork are a collection of content creators. We do D&D. We do other tabletops. We do perspective chatting. We do map making. We do everything gaming and nerd related that you could possibly think of. So, we have missed you the past couple of days. We've had some things come up, and we will look forward to providing you with more quality content as the week goes on. Friday, we have OnlyFans, and we also have map making. Map making will be sometime around 3-ish. I believe it's 3:45 is the official listed time. And also, OnlyFriends will be that night at 7. Saturday, we will be doing our end of the month thing, which is the Frankly Tabletop RPG Perspectives chat. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is for this weekend, but I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun. If you can, tune in with us on Saturday. I believe we're starting around 11 or 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you are not a member of our Discord, you should be, because on Mondays we have a very, very lovely game ran by our own Dances with Shake. Dances with Shakes, why do you say that I can't? I'm not a part of Twitch, but I can... Okay. The commands aren't working, that's fine. Hold on. Twitch, it says I'm not logged in for Twitch chat. Awesome. We'll fix it. I got you. Thank you, Just T. I appreciate it. Okay. But join our Discord. We have a lovely game that's ran on Mondays called Oops All Bards. It's ran by our lovely, lovely, lovely Dances with Shakes. On Tuesday, we will be reaching the climactic conclusion of our second art in Monster Hearts, and it's getting wild, guys. Oh. We've killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people so far? 5. 5, not 10. 5, maybe 10, but 5. And it's beautiful. We find out that Brian knows about everybody. Brian knows something. And, like, it's just this, oh, I'm so ready for it to be over. We also had our true BBEG revealed. So if you have not seen it, go check out our VODs. Go catch up on the series. We talk a lot, so there's a lot of content there for you to enjoy. Check out our YouTube, check out our Twitter, check out our Facebook, Instagram, everything. We do so many wonderful things, and we are happy to have you. And again, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Without you, this would not all be possible. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun things. But tonight, we're not defeating bad guys. Tonight, we are not being dastardly in any way. You wanna know what we're doing? We're falling in love with the finger-licking good simulator that is I Love You, Colonel Sanders. A finger-licking good dating simulator. I am so ready for this to be like Helpful Boyfriend. And I'm not prepared. This is just gonna be my shtick, I feel like. It's like, weird dating simulators. Also, if you are not following our sister channels, why not? Why not? You need to go check out this lovely little thing here. You see this? This is Tealwall, the puppet, and this is Ananova. They also stream on Twitch. They are very close to getting affiliate. They will be streaming live tomorrow night for their D&D weekly D&D VTuber game. And then I am also very close to affiliate. We got to get the average viewers up. But I am Dizzy Rockstar 13 on Twitch. We are playing Dredge on Friday night. We're also playing something tomorrow. I don't remember what I put on the schedule, but it's there. Check me out. You'll find the links to all my shit. But without further ado, without further distraction, we're gonna fall in love with Colonel Sanders, or we're gonna try. We're gonna get the secret blend of herbs and spices. And I don't mean that the dirty way, but I'm sure it'll come up later. We'll see. We will see. So, let me shut up. Let's get us rolling, shall we? Why are these out of order? Did I do this? I think I did. Whee! Alright, let's see how bad it's fucked up. Oh no! Oh god, I'm not ready. It's really loud. Oh god, hold on. It's really loud. I hate it. I hate it and I love it. What's the corgi? I'm not ready. I am not ready. I don't want to be thirsty for chicken. This is gonna be great. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna match the theme. Fix it. Not that one. There's too many remotes. Match the theme. We have to be KFC colors. We go red. That's ominous. Alright, let's get started. I'm not prepared. I am not. Pick this up just a little bit more. I need to figure out how to make it not exit out of everything. New game! Enter your name. God, why does this feel like I shouldn't be doing this? It's really pretty. I hate it. I hate that it's so pretty already. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. This is a peaceful and serene. The world is peaceful and serene. You could say in that moment, you could stay in that moment forever. Or you could wake up now, your first day of culinary school, and there's no time to sleep in. Smash the clock. Just, I don't want to hear that noise ever again. Oh god. Laying in the bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Wow. Okay. Your mind begins to wander. You need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream and think about... I'm going to think about the future just a teeny tiny bit. It's finally here, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Oh my. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Of course it's a biscuit. Mmm, delicious. Just what I needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry. In fact, you almost forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush in and arrive on time. Oh no. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. God, I hate the name. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Marina. Oh, she's adorable! She is the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her. Good morning, Dizzy! Why is it all in capitals? Oh, I had caps lock on. Oops. It's fine. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? No. No. Actually, because I sure am. I'm excited and a little nervous, okay. Okay, a lot of nervous. What the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm not good? What if I fail? Oh no, child. Classic Marina. Raised by Master Chef parents, she always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since you were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous three-day only semesters. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Marina has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about the first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. On a mannequin? Not the weirdest thing. Pep talk your best friend. Remember last month when you saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? Quicksand box? Yeah, right? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. Oh, I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. She told you that you were destined for great things. I want a quicksand box. Remember that the card with the fancy looking tower? And those other cards featuring this handsome fellow in a red suit? Oh god. I've been waiting for a long time to meet some handsome fellow I could call my own. No. God, no. And I'm sure you will. Soon. In no time, we'll be graduating. We'll be delighting in the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. And as soon as you talk Marina up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if nothing, at least I have these killer bangs. They do be killer. Like little wispies. I like that. You go, girl. She's really cute. Like, she's adorable. Can you believe I cut them myself? No! You definitely can believe it. Thank you. I cannot believe it! Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted by someone smacking your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. That's rude. Hey! It's Aaliyah, your arch rival. She's totally evil. But you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. She's kind of cute. Do we have to be enemies? Can we be frenemies? Oh, hello! Ashley? Ashley? Ashley. It's Ashley. It's Ashley from now on. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken skins. Chicken shins. You leave Dizzy's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Yes, they are. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know that for a fact that it's actually just Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. And it's Ashley. Great. If anyone here knows the perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your weird, really weird insult get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van, the man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Butts. Van. You rang. Oh god. Ew. Oh god. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Marina. Marina? It's fine. It's Marina. Marina. Mira. What have I been saying? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But substantially more devious. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. That's not what I meant. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Hold on, I just noticed this dude's outfit. These are not safe cooking outfits, friends. There's health department violations in the making. Oh, she blinks. They blink. Do they blink? They do blink. Okay. I thought she didn't blink. I was concerned. I do like the outfits. Alright, okay, cool. Moving on. When the first day of school is about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Miriam? That's right. Psst. See you later, losers. You approach the door and you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard Pat against the window directly next to it. Baking thirst. No! Directly next to it. That he... Oopsie! He farted. That's nice. Yeah. I think it's broken. What's broken? Reach forward and easily pull open the door. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name's Pop. I wanted to be named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must have been one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Dizzy. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? It's just you. It's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students begin to wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Our professor's a puppy. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium in the front of the class. Adorable. Right? Ah. No. Quiet down, everyone. Look at the feet! Look at the tiny feet! Look at him! Ah. It's a puppy. Can't cook. Is distracted. Was this an unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? Oh, he's adorable. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of USCAL. I'm glad they gave us an abbreviation. Definitely not. It's totally fine. Dog hair is just one of the herbs and spices. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute, little, and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. If this was real life, 1, why is the dog talking? 2, you demand respect. I expected you to demand belly pats. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess the only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all of the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, the wind begins to rush around you and a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air in the classroom. Oh, really? I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. It is our senpai. I hate it. You immediately swept up in the aura of the new student and his remarkable goatee. Remarkable, eh? Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's... If it isn't my favorite student. Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisles of desks, and suddenly the room is sweltering. Why is it hot? Sweat begins to bead across your brow, and you feel like everyone is looking at you. And you're not entirely wrong. This over here must be Ashley, and this over here must be sweats a lot. That's lame. You need better insults. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into the puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam, even though I fucked up your name for the entire first half of this. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all of your really weird insults, right? Your insults are very strange. Besides, when Dizzy sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. You're not helping, Miriam. You're not helping. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky Friar. Oh god. Oh god. This is beautiful. Please use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Why is he so pretty? It's the jaw. It's the jawline. Why they gotta make Colonel Sanders pretty? The fuck? You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Look, gasp. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. Yeah, it checks out. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? Be nice. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. Ha! It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcended. It has this natural scent on it. Don't sniff it! Don't sniff it! Don't be weird! Don't sniff it! It smells the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Kind of want fried chicken now. This is why. This is why they made it. Professor Dog steps into and settles the class down and sets some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. Ba 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 ba! The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. Hopefully not the food. And then you might even be really adorable tiny food. There might even really be really adorable tiny foods. I can talk. And when all of that is said and done, there will be a battle. A battle. You will lift your sporks, and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student in his classroom interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really missed Wyatt. Sprinkles, I'm sorry. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? I'm the third year in the school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled. If you utter one more word before I finish. He's so angry. Look at, he's so angry. He's a boy. He's an angry boy. Let there be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Cool. Don't throw the alarm clock out the window. Got it. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town with his tiny wheels. Your turn to see Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Nice. Bzz, wheeze. Rrr. The class burst into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom and everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a big sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should take better care of yourself. Thanks. Thanks, Sprinkles. Appreciate it, boy. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. I can read. You decide to try and butter him up and give him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? The answer should always be chicken, right? It should always be chicken. It's gonna be chicken. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide and he locks onto you. His favorite. The answer is always chicken. Got it. Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for the new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the sack, leaving your hand slick with coating of warm dog You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay them no mind. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. This is my life. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have our minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. I want a dog, Professor. As everyone rushes to claim a seat, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hi, Dizzy. There's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Who knew this would be the hardest decision of this game, huh? Should I be a good friend? I feel like I should sit with my friend. Oh no though. Chat, thoughts? Should I sit with my friend or sit next to Senpai Colonel Sanders? I don't like making decisions. We're gonna sit with our... dating sim. You move to take the seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfectly upright posture shows off seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thank you for offering me the seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can, and do it to the best that you can. It is the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement again. Think fast! It's time for a pub quiz. It's the first day. It's the first day. Yay! A quiz about me. The incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for the life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. A train A is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A. However, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Pub quiz? Yes. That's right! Forest is to a tree as chicken is to feathers. That's right! And the most effective eating utensils ever created? A spork. What food is the best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love. We're encouraging emotional eating. Nice. A Sprinkle's a good boy. That second one. He is the best boy. Followed only by Rocco right now. 5 out of 5. Congratulations. Woo! Wow, be honest, did you cheat? No. You look up to see Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. You know, we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Thanks, it's got a lot of wrinkles. Hot diggity, Dizzy. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. God damn. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. That is an important announcement. Way to go, Sprinkles. Wow, the cafeteria is nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that the school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? It must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. God. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Of course, it's food. But Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of our new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be what I smelled. I smelled the smell I smelled. Got excited. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has crafted. He's mysterious now? Question marks. You've heard that he's very talented. But were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head, and the contents glimmer in the light. Piled high with huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and begin to feel warm and safe. Alright. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if you say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe? Dude, pshwa. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him? Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry such chicken so tender. Oh my god, no. You see her body language change from bitter evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Of course. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any, I'll take his. Well, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in the pleasure, exhilaration, and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everybody. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one piece of the fried chicken out of the bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Along with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Remember, this is all just for fun. Focus your mind and meditate. Try to identify every flavor. I don't really want to do that. That doesn't sound fun. Swim towards the swirling light. That means the end of my life. So we're gonna go with the second one. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for the flavor. Are they the same thing? I don't think so. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. We don't get a choice. Okay, cool. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach, and he stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I was wondering if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Haha, how bold of you to come out and ask. There's a fucking staff. There's a staff. There's a chicken staff. Oh! Yes, they're the same. I am disturbed by. Oh my god. Yes, you're right, but like, in what way? It's an idea of having a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as an open chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own if you'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not giving it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You've got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways before making sure you're truly alone, and then leans in and can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... Oh, I didn't mean to click it. I thought it was like a reveal the word thing. Wow, you'd never would have guessed that. In fact, that's not even sure where you would get some of it if you searched. While you're wrapped up in a huge revelation, you notice Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is sitting in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school building and think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. I know what I would do if I was forced into the situation. But, like, I don't know if it'll get me the outcome I want. I want to be successful. I don't know. It won't be that. Let's nag him. You know, I've been thinking about your secret recipe. Of course you were. You don't simply forget a flavor combination like that. That's exactly right. I remember because I've tasted it before. I stopped at a random fried chicken stand the other day, and these chickens tasted exactly like yours. Did you compare my recipe to a random chicken stand? Well, yes, I did. But it was a really good stand, especially considering it was a frozen first. Frozen chicken? I have insulted him. Colonel Sanders struggles to conceal his emotion, fighting back tears of anger. I can't believe you'd say such a thing. You realize you've done irreparable damage to your relationship, from which it could never recover. He's hurt. How could you? Hey, Dizzy, you saw this game called Dating Sim, right? If that's your idea of dating, this is not a game for you. My answer's not right. You cannot playfully nag the Colonel about his chicken. Try again! So obviously, it wasn't the first two choices. We tried. I could not date Colonel Sanders. Be modest but thoughtful. I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your feud. Feud. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. An interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Dizzy. I'm sure you'll be a big success. And I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get a feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. I got fucking rejected by Colonel Sanders because I nagged his recipe. You step into a math... It's really cute. Like, I'm kind of surprised that this has this much detail into it. It looks nice. You step into a massive cooking arena. Arena? Where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student will get an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. I don't want to go to school here. I want to learn how to cook. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. I cannot say the word chicken. Okay. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? We've got nothing going to blow. You've not going to blow anything. Except maybe kisses towards the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, To the cooking arena! There should be an echo behind me. Arena, arena, arena. Go, Sprinkles. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Oh, of course you do. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Dizzy. I'll prepare our station. Without a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner! Beep boop. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you have to pick for her. Final friend duties, but can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? We're gonna pick the robot. We're gonna pick Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will partner with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate. I'm not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what's the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited and has to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. We set our best friend up with a robot. Brrr. Tissue? I hardly know you. Ha 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 ha. Clank jurtles, and a panel shakes loose. You get this impression that that's a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, for you two, today's lesson... Wait, how long is the word ban? For 5 minutes? I'm gonna start it now. Because I feel like now it's gonna be a thing. And I want to get you the use out of your stuff. Alright, 5 minutes. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to do something simple. Pick a basic dish and divide it up into steps. Dough Chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest your partner, Colonel Sanders? Going with mashed potatoes and gravy. It's always been something of a down-home chef. I think we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? It's the gravy for him. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. Excuse you. Alright. Does someone call for me? No, geez, Van. I'm over here crushing Dizzy's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of her classwork. What's the big deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns with an armful of peeled potatoes and he tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Dizzy was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up on my level. Haha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. Oh, I said chicken. Shit. It's 6 minutes. Alright. Oh? I clicked things. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might have been a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast contemporary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. Does that count as chicken? I don't think it does. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at it hard, and you need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with the prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect that format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Dizzy as a partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Dizzy's natural talent or their loyalty. Nice. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you a little proud and full of potential. You look at Sprinkles in hopes that they might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn, those cute corgis. Their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that inattention in your moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into their perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps, you know, as well as your attention, while your attention was elsewhere. You know what? I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand, holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering the nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mounds of mashed potatoes and results in the look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. We made Mama's mashed potatoes. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you, and you reach out and grab it and hold it, but it doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand there holding the same spork for a small moment. All of the madness and measure and pressure in this crazy world stops. You lock eyes. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and leap a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley look with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage, without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right at Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up fingers full, Van tastes the dipping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Dizzy. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potato face? Van rushes back, a covered dish in hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal glazed upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus with silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe, blade forged from the by my supreme chef ancestors. That's metal. Nice. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who have the first bite, and you will look on it with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van. He swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about that dish doesn't spike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The result could be toxic. Too late, it's been eaten. Think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Oh no. Oh no. Everyone steps back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone, and you notice the tip of the tentacle was being slurped into Pop's mouth. No! Pop winces in pain for a moment, and then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison! The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are all motionless as statues. The school bell rings, disrupting the moment, and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inculcated him against poisons of all kind. Wow, nice. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. They don't make enough money anywhere. Hello! I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Wait, like for real? Oh, come on! I can now say chicken. Chicken, 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 chicken. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. The mashed potatoes you made today in class. This is awful. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. God bless. Colonel Sanders is really getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Dizzy. Exclamation! Oh, fucking capital letters. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Van Van, you killed people. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had dreamed that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working towards that dream, day and night, non-stop, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. Dude, bro. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating upon a shooting star. Hey, no! You... Shut up. I'm the one here saying inspirational stuff to be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. Also, I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. No. No. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just like... Me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? Yeah. Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that a coincidence? But before we can discuss syntax any further, it is turn-based fighting sequence. What will you do? Why? Why? We're gonna defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation? Okay, that's not... You close your eyes tight, but the first one was just enough to squint. You see the spork monster across the field. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. The spork monster goes on attack. Spits hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good the defense did. Attack! You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. That sounds like a good. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork monster won't forget this. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger with more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack again! And you decide to go on the attack again. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork monster uses utility-tinsel, and you take 2 damage from this attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive. Defend! You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Buffed up. Fuck it. No one can control this much buffness. This much buffness. You start to feel bloated and, quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon, or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Let's do that. Chowdown does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork monster is oozing cheese sauce out on the lawn of the quad. And I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares his ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. Nice. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. Congratulations. You saved me. An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. You manage to tamp down the disgust at the sight of the gnarling beast as long enough and realize that it's still a living creature and a pure soul who deserves pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast! And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The spork monster scuffles off into the night. He'll be back. They always come back. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, and upon closer inspection it is much more. It is a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name is signed Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping and you stand in the quiet night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that the final attack was left you completely depleted, and the world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers begin to pull over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love dreams. Or, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. I mean, I guess you needed some guy. Absolutely. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I like this dream. That was oddly majestic. Okay, you're awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild vision you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was the secret ingredient Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Giving yourself a lot of confidence there. Maybe he told you a lie. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her anything about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into her own story. Okay, I know it might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he's so popular that they voted him prom queen at the school he didn't even go to. And was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I think maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it's for the best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for learning. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Aha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me the secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. The secret ingredient? Yeah. Just like I said. I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure that you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical gardens where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me about the passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. And this was a powder created for super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a huge favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. When I cooked with them, a strange feeling came over me, and a flavor unlike anything I had ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with what the meaning of spice is here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, and we stayed in touch. Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt that it would be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you, or from Colonel Sanders. Make up a fake ingredient. Do not betray the Colonel's trust. You quickly take a fake ingredient name. I don't know how about it. It was Eye of Newt, which is actually mustard seed, I think. Maybe? I know it sounds like some kind of witch potion, but you can do it. Can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you're very satisfied. You've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. She immediately turns around and does this thumb tapping on her phone, and you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she is definitely not texting secrets to another person, you're interrupted. The wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms fill the air. Of course they do. And he's on a horse. Wow. It's Colonel Sanders is arriving at school. So horsey. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. He's a cute little horsey boy. Without even acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. When he slaps the beautiful creature gently on the rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are struck by the sight of him, and you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he's on his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beauty you have there. A horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Dizzy just meant... gets really nervous around people, what? That's not helping. I meant... They got food poisoning, and were up all night. It was gruesome. You shouldn't have eaten it. She gives you a wink and a smile, and said, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see that your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. But the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. Why is that bad? And you try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them, and you look at Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping and tries to cover his tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes... whatever that word is. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get to look at what they've been holding and instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after the encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. The book is a family heirloom. Its contents are secret. You notice you haven't just been studying the book. You've got Pop pinned to a wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him. And he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students, and it's almost time for class. Beep beep! Clank must have been running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Wow. Womp womp. No, your mother's a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think I might It must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, who do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of class, and he's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review a global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken! You want to pay attention to this lesson, you truly do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was Chicken who first signed their name. Oh wow. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Dizzy? It actually appears to be a sample platter. This is all gonna end bad, huh? Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume it's a dog biscuit, a treat made by Sprinkles. For example of his own culinary talents, perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps onto you and bites into your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? I'm sorry. Your apron is left intact as the entire class looks on you as horror as you fall unconscious from embarrassment. Is this the end? You fade into the darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster. Bork? What are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. He did show up again tomorrow. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend. Whoever you are. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the others and sparkles the eye-catching way. So naturally you reach out for it, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Am I just gonna die? My friend! Woo! I picked all the wrong fucking... This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Woo! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. Cough. To fulfill. Cough. The prophecy! Cough, cough. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man! You come to and find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, she should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Nope. Come on, it's time for lunch. I don't want to eat anything. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter the room with a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. You're on. Fick it. A bit of lunchtime competition. Count me in. I'll have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it. Then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool! No. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Dizzy. Nice. I've been watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Timer ready. This is a huge light blast in your face, facing the words, "Time you're ready." This is what I was talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidarity and a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. God, I hate her. I will defeat you myself. You hand his chicken and your made mashed potatoes on day 1, and now you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. Boil some water for potatoes. Think fast, and the timer runs down. And you will be forced to pick randomly. That's wrong. Nice. What were you thinking, Dizzy? Get your head in the game. You're going to need season this chicken before you cook it. You know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. It's 11. It's 11 herbs and spices. That's right. Might not know all the ingredients yet, but you know that you've at least headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Yes, he's the goodest boy. Gratitude! That's right. You must take this opportunity for granted and hopes to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Oh, God. What? I didn't even get to pick. Just give me the next question. You shouldn't have turned up the noise in the cooking arena. Sizzling. That's wrong. Of course it's not. Of course it's wrong. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Try again. We fucked up. Nice. Dramatic announcement. We're gonna continue on the path of we're gonna fucking do this. Timer ready. I stand corrected. Whatever Colonel said. So it is 100 degrees C? Is it? I feel like that's wrong. 11. Tail wagging intensifies. Gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence? Bubbling? Bubbling? That's wrong. It should be silence. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Dizzy. Nice. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching makes you totally forget what you're doing. And all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Grrr. You stand on a desert island and only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. Stop it. I know, right? I know you love nothing more than seeing fellow planets utilize the kitchen, but something means sacrificing a personal touch. Might not have any hands, but Dizzy does, and the good chef needs to be touching the dough to know that when it's properly mixed. I don't agree with that. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Dizzy, no! But you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck and immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hands. Your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here, I am with completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on the account of Disney's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops, and he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Because of the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. White Dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes so good in a story of excellence. I was going to ask Dizzy to do the honors, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring the creamer into of delicate hot chocolate sauce would be too difficult. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away and revealing the ingredients hidden within. And inside you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and a pearl of blueberry brie? Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but probably not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intensely that your eyes they burn into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. And when they fall into your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps. Embarrassed and shamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult, and inside of you storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and he are decided to get married. Wow, we jumped to a lot of conclusions there. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Wow. Wow. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. Oh shit. Here we go. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but that run-in with the mixer and then small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. We're filling his fryer? Ooh, woo. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school and incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Yeah, sure. Okay, Colonel. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about my life, but I failed to be an obstetrician? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules are so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got all of it together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like a guy that could really use a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labors, or money would deter me from giving it the best that I could give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My dream is pure and honest, and it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yeah! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by the threatening shadow and presence. Battle scared from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster. Bork? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after that whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know that what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Aw, poor Spork Monster. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Bork. I'm glad that there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile up a person. I also wanted to apologize by the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and your cooking school can put a person under a lot of pressure. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it! You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kid with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somehow along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you to respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark magic and evil. No, you should be protecting the innocent for those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Dizzy, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Aw, nice! Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. There's a hideaway? A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Nice. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be adventurous if you approach it with the right attitude. This is a really weird and beautiful game. It's very wholesome. That's the word. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching and never stop working and never stop imagining. Have you ever worked on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's a side dish I've been tinkering with, and I'm trying to get the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicy, or something crispy, or perhaps both. Now that you've got him right where you want him, you should reveal your new creation to him or keep it secret. Reveal it! We trust the Colonel! You decide that you're ready as you ever been to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach for your lunch bag for the special dish you've been keeping in all day, and present to you my original coleslaw. Ew. The shredded cabbage glistens in the light in Colonel Sanders' Luxy Highway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy cold slaw until just a spoonful remains. We're gonna Lady and Tramp this shit. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer him to make him more, but he seems very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a few moments. You realize now is the perfect time to do some snooping. And around the room, you see various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to be related to the memories and emotion. Tap on them to discover them. Ha! I gotta know what this candle is. A scented candle. You pick it up to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 1969? No, it's one secret recipe ingredient, and it's... the comb. The comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair there is just silvery in color and actually made from spun silver. Wow. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting in a nearby pedestal. There's plaque on it. It's dusty, but you wipe it off and read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of my past career and business failures." Poor guy. Don't go snooping. Adorable little baby. From goatee. He has a goatee as a baby. Wow. That, or maybe the drumstick. You can see waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the type of person that makes their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? Yes. Tap on the items to discover them. A photo appears of Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices. This frame photo shows an old man who looks a bit like the Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. He holds the fried chicken drumstick and appears to be cheering with them. That is so not what's happening in this picture. You look closely and see that there is a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. It's his friend Pete. Come on, Dizzy! You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting at the corner of the table, and when you pick it up, you realize that it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? You must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. I don't want to look at the other thing yet. This must be where he keeps his secret recipes. Think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders and then it draws to you. You turn the dial to 1111. Huh. What does that say? You open the door to the Colonel Sanders closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging up and take it off the hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable and gives you a deep hug. You breathing in his scent and say that they say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning and he's got a new dish and he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks if you're wearing his jacket. Maybe. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is the moment to make your big move. You tell him you're cold. You fess and tell the truth. It's gonna get ruined, but fuck it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Oh. Not that we blame you for trying. Oh, that's the big move! Oh! I thought it was just telling him that you liked him. Oh, but still. Are you serious? That's rude. That's rude. That's not what I thought you meant. Not all of us are bad people. Can we skip this, please? Anger. Oh, I can hold it and it goes. Nice. It's the Spork Monster. I don't think I had to make any decisions here. This is gonna be fine. Reveal it. Cold Slaw! Alright, we skipped to the jacket. Do we tell him the truth or tell him? Let's tell him the truth. You confess. You're developing That's what it. Okay, that was the choice. We didn't want to make it gross. I just wanted to tell him how I felt. Wow. But I'm concerned I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel, yes, Dizzy. I honestly think that this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We need to take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence! This is my favorite part. Can I just have the game doing all of this? That was majestic as fuck. You awake to the beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts were interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges from the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast. I just whipped it up. Chickens and biscuits. Chicken and biscuits. Alright. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds. That is. We flatter him. You know, I think we might be a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partners? Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotions, you're confused by your feelings. You're on the verge of tears, unable to speak, and the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's only one more day of school, and the academy waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried something happened to you. It's okay, but now it turns out you're fine, and I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been... Oh, hello. Hello, Raw Fat Cat. Thank you for the follow. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he's asked me to go out with him. And of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and be respectful. And I'm not that kind of girl. But he's just been interested in spending some time, one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Little metallic boy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, and things quickly spiraled out of control. I mean, you're falling from the sky. I mean, she said skydiving, that's typically the first date that we go on with talking to a pressure cooker. I know, I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam the time to tell her story, however, bolting up the details with your own night is too much to bear. I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house. I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection was wowzer. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, I don't want to be right. Well, after the short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the squad. You tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, and though he might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have a swirly with sprinkles, please. Hee hee, Sprinkles is the dog. And a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Dizzy. I suggest suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. You might be twisting my words, and I won't have it. Fucking hand. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives and it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for our final day of school? Dizzy, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. If there was ever a person in a video game that I wanted to throw something at, it's the bad girls in every single dating simulator. Your arch rivals. Fuck them. Technically, I do believe a winner was decided, but your presentation... I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Girl, calm down. But... what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about food. That you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Dizzy. I am more capable of speaking for myself. I mean, like, maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of food. See you inside, Dizzy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she is, who she really is, you walk across the cod to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself, you from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley. You take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. Hello, Prince of Spades! It's just something I found laying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Looks like a book of spells. I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if they weren't really powerful? I can't think of one surefire way to find out. You open the book covered in the page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in the case of extreme emergency, around the edges of the pages. I could use a spell to say it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I could scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on my final exam. That's way too drastic. Couldn't you just do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? It's going okay. We're falling in love with Colonel Sanders. Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting in front of you, and you're a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. And it's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice and makes a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. It's quite the journey. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to quickly breathe. We didn't use dark magic. Sprinkle stops in his tracks and stares out the window in dead silence. When you follow his gaze, a tiny orange squirrel perched on a cherry blossom tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom and begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come by here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied with that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. Terrence done fucked up. Terrence did fuck up. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Dizzy, for reminding me to dole out the indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Oh, they getting frisky in class? Ooh, that's gross. Bzzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane and strapped to a stranger? Yeah, that sounds fun. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friend Jeff and Joan. J and J forever. Watch us from a triangle in mid-air as we descended. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Strongest shape, don't you know? Buzz, buzz, buzz. Well, yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Wow, sad beep. Hank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gasp in his panel. Gaps in his panel. And then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. She killed him! She killed him! Why are there so many people dying? No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that. Clank. It's a shoe. Clank burps out a deep fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where that came from. In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Shit. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. I mean, nicely put, Sprinkles. Jeez. I have a lot of questions. So, our friend Miriam was dating the cooking robot. And, they went on a skydiving date. And, Miriam did not like that. We must be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, the Showdown Challenge exam. Trademark. Of course it's trademarked. I'm still working on a title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming person, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Are we gonna be friends again? Okay, I'm so mad. I could have smashed a tiny mug. Huh? Should be about 45 minutes. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor because it's that serious. How could he embarrass me like that in front of everyone? My butt's sore. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustrations is such a silly boy. Don't cry over boys. Cry over spilt hot cocoa. Dating advice with Dizzy. It's more. It does more if you cry over the hot cocoa and make more. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the winds rushing through her short bangs, which she cut herself, by the way. She did a wonderful job. But she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up with Colonel Sanders' stallions and ride up into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm still there. I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a big ranch enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. This is great advice. I'm a good friend. Miriam gives you a big hug, and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea on how to spend your time before your exam. You decided to head to arena early and practice a dish. This is it, the location for your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and the chance to beat the pants off of Van and the supposed Man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quickest test of the recipe you've been working on, Disney's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months making the dish comes second nature to you, and you were able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Dizzy, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, hun? That's too bad. I was hoping you're here to cook something delicious. You're usually happy to share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up at your practice. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards away. That's very specific. That's oddly specific distance. But you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. She's not wrong. Not wrong. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all butter crust. That does sound good. My nose is telling me something else, too. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that if it was made from... That it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it's probably starting to burn any second if you don't pull it out. Okay, the moment of truth. Wow, we baked it with a spoon in it. Nice. It is the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There is no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules except to cook with everything you've got. We will be successful. You step up to the cook-off of a lifetime, and you decide that mac and cheese plus a pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes to pull off the edge of victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are peppering wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. It's not a weed. TLC is not the weed. It is not the devil's lettuce. Miriam has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She is definitely prepping to go big. To go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe. Trademarked. Copyrighted. Fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. This is like that one fucking anime. Food Wars, I think is what it's called. Colonel Sanders batters up his chicken as it levitates through the air. Who said chicken was flightless? Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into teeny bitty pots of broth. Itty bitty! Best friend! Baster Blaster! Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Oh no! Oh no! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity. As was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Oh god. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Crank and rolls him into the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out, and she's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You've got a spell book of your own, and despite you're not seeing her win another battle, you should take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly an evil spell. Do it the hard way. We don't play with magic here. You're asking to be hurt. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Yes! I believe in you, Dizzy. Nice. Someone believes in me. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Dizzy, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Absolutely. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food. Short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. However, she doesn't know that you lied. The ingredients had made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot exploded, seeing Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your eyes. Spork monster! It is I, Steve! The spork monster. Steve, what happened to Bork? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Bork had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say that you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're right in the middle of a cooking competition. I love stuff like this. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Yes, Steve, you can totally stay. We love Steve. I'm sorry, Steve, but it's kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices you've got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magic items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Haha. Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be top shelf, actually. I wanted to be a top chef. You know, when I was just a little spork pup. Back in the old country. We love the spork man. The spork monsters. They're great. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it's probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you could watch them from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. Are we making him cry? Oh, we're a terrible person. No. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during some scare tactic class and I was woken up by you toss a severe stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered a huge setback, conjure the power from within! You can do this. I have what it takes. I can win here. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing for their entire life. Yes, Dizzy, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me! The student goes. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super helpful because while you were powering up, the chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Dizzy. You may have suffered some setbacks, but it's not at a loss. Impressed by your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed, but you've been taking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Bombs. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel and reveals the most beautifully fried chicken tenders you'd ever laid your eyes on. And besides, something unexpected combinations can always have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form a perfect food union? Time's up, students! With the time expiring, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. Seems like we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear an innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging from a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down! From there, right now! Let me guess, did Man have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing that he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, I'm not the worst prank in UCSLAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear the signal burr, whir, beep, or other automatopoeia, but there's nothing. Somehow, he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final products. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, it's time to come. The time has come for me to eat. Yes, you are the goodest boy, Sprinkles. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Oh, that's so cute. It's tiny. My word, it's so delicate. It is the teeny tiny Naruto Bakai I spy a floating itsy bitsy bowl. I can't talk, guys. I'm sorry. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his tiny pig dog tongue dip into the bowl. This is so cute. Sublime. Would anyone else like to taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with this much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Dizzy, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. He's so angry looking. Now describe your dish. I made... Oh, it's inside an e-turgent. Uni over a smooth egg custard and an axe helm urchin's shell, topped with some caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines for a second? From a second? Different colored types. Different color. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second? Different colored types of urchins. Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in and sniffs the uni. But he can't get his nose close enough for all of the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to sloth about. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking me in the tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that you'd be serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gently into the night. Disqualified for glamour? That doesn't discount triumphantry? This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swallowing tongue for another moment, Sprinkle graciously laps in a bowl of milk. I know. Yes, I'm a dog, and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my aggregated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight. Wow, overachiever. With a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue, and connected by a sugar glass. Okay. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you please to refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something? Dizzy, I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is very beautiful. However, this was a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I would go to college for eating, the school of the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified! Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced team up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but the time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either! If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? You begin with a bowl of delicious mac and cheese. Has become something else. You examine it closely and sniff and eyeing the bowl. Oh no, you don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. It's completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It is so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to be transcended from this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so oppressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by the magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon the mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkle declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could a battle be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, you knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they were villains. For the moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghost allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it is the Spork Monster, and he is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me as my new name, the Party Monster. Nice. Students try to finish what he had to say, but everyone got too wrapped up in talking to Party Monster. A dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom like it's a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop a dirty chef hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, but we had to mail it directly to your father. He figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Of course. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention an honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking electric hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's doing that talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? This is a wild fucking simulator. What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am, and this is a time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity, and it's pretty clear that she's managed to surpass you in that regard. Nice. Our best friend doing best friend things. I understand the kind of human... Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. All the cherry blossoms. Howdy, classmate. And just like that, just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history. And man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. As everyone feast on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you standing at the edge of the dance floor. Dizzy, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what qualifies that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? What qualities do you expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy must, tidy goatee, and a degree in the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Dizzy. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his track. Work together. Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run all your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time here at school, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love and life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh, my dear Dizzy, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Now it's the end. Yeah. Heck yeah. I am impressed, but not surprised at the this is quality. This was quality. Professor Dog is the frickin' best. Holy crap, we did it! We heckin' did it. I have played this game and no longer have to do it. I'm kidding. I actually really kind of enjoyed it. Like, it was like stereotypical dating simulator, but it was also kind of fun. So that's the thing. That's the Colonel Sanders finger-licking good dating game. I don't think there's multiple endings. There weren't any achievements, which is cool. What the... Hold on. We're gonna scroll through this really quick, and then we'll be done. Because you all have to be incited to what I just saw. Buff Colonel Sanders. I really liked this game. It was really, really pretty. Well, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, she says gays, non-binary babes, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for going on this interesting journey with me. We did in fact fall in love with Colonel Sanders, but he does not like us as a business partner, which kind of sucks. Which, I mean, we could probably fix that, but I'm not going to. Really cute game. If you're looking for a laugh, play the game. As far as content goes, I will be live on my channel tomorrow. And frankly, I Don't Give a Fork will be live on Friday with map making and Only Friends Friday. I'm not sure what game Fran is playing. Do check out our Discord if you have not already. And make sure you're following us on all our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're all there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so very much. And I will see you all later. Bye-bye.